Howdy howdy, this is Craig Grannon, and it's time again to do some arena cutoff analysis for Marvel Contest of Champions. This time we're dealing with round one of the new era arenas, as they are the feature arena champs this time, and then we also have the 4-star basic arena champ of Annihilus. So this is the second time we get a chance to go after one of these era arenas, and it's a combination this time of copper and bronze era champs. So a little bit different from last time, though, where last time they had the Thor available as a 5-star champ, and that was really, I believe, his first time available in the 5-star feature arena. So I think that really did push up those numbers here. In this case, all of these champs have been previously available as champs, as feature champs, and they've come through the basic arenas from the 4-star perspective anyway. So this time it's a little bit different, I think, than the last era arenas we had. But anyway, given all of that, I kind of like, one of the first things I always like to do with my prediction videos is, for round one anyway, is categorize how I think these arenas will compare to past arenas. Because then we can take a look at those past arena results to get an idea what might happen this time. But anyway, so with the copper and bronze champs available previously in the arenas, I think we're looking at kind of more of that old category versus new champs kind of thing. And I do think that will bear a little bit of an impact compared, like I said before, Thor was available the last time we had one of these era as a 5-star champ. That was his first time, again, I believe, in the arena. So that's what I think maybe drove up those numbers a little bit. But anyway, with Annihilus, I think he'll fall with 4-star basic. Really, there's 3 types of arena: high, medium, low, and I think Annihilus will fit right in the middle of that medium interest range. So anyway, now that I've categorized these arenas, let's take a look at some of those past arena results, starting first with the 4-star basic medium. Basically, I categorize medium interest anywhere from 2 million to 3 million, and you can see we've had some a lot of decent 4-star champs come through here of late. Havoc, you see Havoc, Mr. Sinister, Captain Marvel, Nick Fury, and for the most part you're above 2.5 to 3 million, somewhere in that range. But we did have Mr. Sinister fall down to 2.42, and I think Annihilus will probably be in that range from 2 million to 2.5 somewhere, and not so much where Havoc, Captain Marvel, and Nick Fury landed. And then coming to the feature, the 3-star feature arena is what we've seen for old champs. Usually it's right above, that last milestone of 640,000. We did see it wasn't exactly clear. I didn't get a lot of input back on what the 3-star feature was last time for the era. I just know that one person shared that they went for roughly around 700,000 and didn't get the champ or the champ selector, I guess I should say. So anyway, it looks like with the era arenas, these numbers are going up slightly bit more. So maybe, and we really only have that one instance to go off of, so we'll just have to kind of assume that might be the same thing this time, because in the case of the 3-star feature, Thor has been available as 3-star champ for some time. But anyway, now moving to the 4-star feature, you can see here with Captain America Infinity War, he went at, for the 4-star, again, this is for the 4-star feature arena, he went at 5.8 million, Medusa 5.8, then Iceman actually eked out a little bit higher score at 6.1 million, and then we had the past era arena and actually went to 6.4, and again, there's some decent champs in there for sure, so you can see that number a little bit higher than the normal number we saw for old champs in the feature 4-star arena. Then coming to the 5-star feature arena, this is definitely where we saw, an increase in the difference here, where again it's like 35 million to 38 million is what we saw for the typical kind of old champ. And even though really old good champs still in the game for sure, like Captain America Infinity War, Medusa, and Iceman, they're definitely great champs to still get your hands on as a 5-star, even a 4-star for that matter. But anyway, you can see those numbers were getting close to 40 millions, but in the case of the era arena, went all the way to 48 million. And I think, again, there's a couple of reasons for that. You did have a really great champ with Thing. A lot of people, if they didn't have Thing, they saw this as an opportunity to grab them. Plus 5-star feature Thor. So you had a chance to get that 5-star Thor through arena grinding. So I think that explained a little bit of why that number is pretty much different than some of the other old feature champs we've seen come through recently. So I think without that special, or first time available in the arena kind of thing with 5-star feature Thor, I think you're going to see that number pull back a little bit, even though there's some really good champs. And I think I did want to kind of pull this up. So these images anyway are provided from a MCOC Truckos Facebook page. If you haven't seen it, go check their page out. They always provide a lot of great information. But anyway, they had some of these infographics, if you want to call that that. But anyway, graphics, images, whatever, of who were involved in all the recent era arenas. At the top, you see who we had last time, where you had Thing, you had Sentinel, another good champ. So you had some decent champs, and even Winter Soldier's not bad when you have the synergy with Killmonger. But Thor, that was kind of, and then from a 4-star feature, not a big deal, but for the 5-star feature, that really drove that number up. When you look at who we have now for this bronze and copper era arena, and it's only a handful of them. They're missing some of, like She-Hulk should be in here, but I guess they didn't want to include She-Hulk. Carnage, I believe, as well, is typically part of those crystals. But anyway, you have some really good champs. So you have Dr. Voodoo. I mean, he's still a good champ. He's been a great champ in the past. Kind of lost some of his momentum just given all the new champs in the game, but still definitely good champs. Sabretooth, Mr. Sinister, Venom, Darkhawk defense-wise. Champion's okay. In my opinion, probably the worst out of these, but, you know, he's still a decent champ. But the rest of them, for sure, definitely, you know, top tier. Maybe not top tier, but definitely second tier type champs. So anyway, there is still a good number here, but there's nobody really unique, especially from a 5-star feature. Like, this is your first chance to grind for them in the arena kind of thing. Whereas, again, with Thor, that you had that there. So I do think that's going to impact the numbers a little bit. But anyway, getting to my thoughts, the exact numbers, here's what I'm thinking for round 1 cutoff for these for these new arenas, and this is for the veterans bracket. Again, veterans bracket meaning your account's been open for over 60 days, and that's from the time the account's been open, not how much gameplay you've had. So if you opened up the game a year ago, haven't really done anything, now go back to it, you're going to be in the veterans bracket. So anyway, for the 5-star feature era champion selector, I think we're looking at 43 million. Again, I don't think we're going to get all the way up to 48, but I do think we're just going to get above those typical numbers because there's some good champs there. You get a chance to select exactly who you want, that kind of thing. So I think it's going to be a pretty decent number, but not kind of what we saw last time. I think we're going to see 6.2 million again, not as much as the last time, but kind of on the higher end of what we typically see for old champs in the 4-star feature arena. With Annihilus, I think he's going to be smack dab in the middle of that medium interest. Coming in at 2.5 million. And then with the 3-star feature, I think, again, there wasn't a lot of data that I had to kind of base this off of, but I do know that 700,000 didn't work, but I don't think it was going to be driven that much higher since we're dealing with old champs that have been available as 3-stars for some time. So I think we're looking at 750,000. So anyway, with these cutoffs, as I always say, it's kind of very similar to Wall Street. Past results don't guarantee future results. So with that in mind, I always like to kind of give a grind target to give yourself a little bit more buffer to put you a little bit safer. Nothing's guaranteed with arena grinding for sure, but this gives you a little bit more buffer to be a little bit safer anyway. So with the 5-star feature era arena, I think your 46 million should help. 6.7 for the 4-star feature, 2.8 for the 4-star basic Annihilus arena, and lastly 800,000 for the 3-star feature era arena. So anyway, these are my thoughts for the veterans bracket. When it comes to the lower brackets, as I always say, there's so much volatility. I get some anecdotal information from time to time from the folks in the community in the comment section of my videos or on Twitter or something like that. So anyway, using that information, I get a little bit of sense of what's going on right now. But these, like I always say, there's a ton of volatility. People, every 30 days, people are moving across these. And it's not just every 30 days. Every day somebody's moving around, but my point being accounts are moving across every 30 days until they eventually get to veterans. So given all of that, this is pretty much a guesstimate, rough ballpark kind of numbers to go by. So with the beginner's bracket, meaning your account's open from day 1 to day 30, 3-star feature looking around 245, maybe 250,000. 4-star basic 800,000. 4-star feature 1.2 million. Intermediate bracket, meaning your account's been open 31 to 60 days. 3-star feature you're looking at 600,000. 4-star basic 1.1 million, and the 4-star feature 1.3 million. So anyway, these are my thoughts for the new bronze and copper era arena and the Annihilus arenas. So I would really would love to hear your thoughts, especially if it's different than mine. Throw them down in the comment section. If you have any questions, throw them down there as well, and I'll try to get to them sooner than later. And other than that, if you found this information useful, we really appreciate it if you click that thumbs up button, as it helps out the channel a ton. And if you like these type of videos and other videos that I have, really appreciate it if you subscribe if you haven't already. So thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.